Hello everyone, let us continue with the topic OSI reference model. In the previous video, I just shown layer architecture of OSI model and the physical layer of OSI model. Our today's topic is data link layer, that is the second lowest layer of OSI reference model. So let us see what is data link layer and the functions of the data link layer. The second lowest layer of OSI reference model is data link layer. In that, the data link layer is responsible for the node-to-node delivery of the message. The data link layer is responsible for the node-to-node delivery of the message. The main function of this layer is to make sure data transfer is error-free from one node to another over the physical layer. The main function of this layer is to make sure data transfer is error-free from one node to another over the physical layer. So the main function of this layer is to make sure data transfer is error-free from one node to another over the physical layer. Next, when a packet arrives in a network, it is the responsible of data link layer. It is responsible of data link layer to transmit it to the host using its address. So when a packet arrives in a network, it is responsible of data link layer to transmit it to the host using its address. So also it provides a reliable and efficient communication between two or more devices. Reliable and efficient communication between two or more devices. So it provides a reliable and efficient communication between two or more devices. The data link layer is divided into two sub-layers. Data link layer is divided into two sub-layers. First one is logical link control. That is LLC, and second one is media access control, that is MAC. So these are the sub layers of the data link layer of OSI reference model. The first sub layer of data link layer is logical link control. That is LLC. Logical link control is responsible for the transferring the packets to the network layer. It is responsible for transferring the packets to the network layer. The packet received from the network layer is further divided into frames depending on the frame size of NIC. The packet received from the network layer is further divided into the frames. Is further divided into frames depending on the frame size. On the frame size of NIC. NIC means network interface card. So logical link control is responsible for transferring the packets to the network layer. So the packet received from the network layer is further divided into the frames depending on the frame size of NIC, that is network interface card. The second sub layer of the data link layer is media access control. Media access control, that is MAC. In that, a media access control layer is a link between access control layer is a link between the logical control layer and the networks and the physical layer, between the logical link control layer and the networks and physical layer. Data link layer also encapsulates sender and receiver's MAC address in the header. Data link layer also encapsulates sender and receivers MAC addresses in the header. The receiver's MAC address is obtained by planning an ERP that is nothing but address resolution protocol. Also, data link layer uses the devices like switches and bridge or data link layer devices. Now let's see the next point in the data link layer, that is functions of the data link layer. Functions of the data link layer. So the first function of data link layer is framing. Data link layer translates the physical raw bit stream into packet is known as frames. In data link layer translates the physical raw bit stream into packet is known as frames. Framing is a function of data link layer and it provides a way for a sender transmit set of bits that are meaningful to the receiver, Framing is a function of data link layer, and it provides a way for a sender to transmit set of bits that are meaningful to the receiver. This can be accomplished by attaching special bit patterns to the beginning and end of the frame, This is the first function of data link layer, that is framing. In that, it translates physical bit stream into packet, is known as frames. Framing is a function of data link layer, and it provides a way for a sender to transmit set of bits that are meaningful to the receiver. This can be accomplished by attaching special bit patterns to the beginning and end of the frame. One function of the data link layer is physical addressing. In that, after creating frames, data link layer adds physical addresses of sender or receiver in the header of each frame. After creating frames, data link layer adds physical addresses of sender or receiver in the header of each frame. So this is the second function of data link layer, that is physical addressing. Third function of the data link layer is flow control. Flow control is the main function of data link layer. Data link layer. It is the technique through which the constant data rate is maintained on both the sides. It is the technique through which the constant data rate is maintained on both the sides so that no data get corrupted. The third function of data link layer, that is flow control. Flow control is the main function of the data link layer. It is the technique through which the constant data rate is maintained on both the sides so that no data get corrupted. Fourth function of data link layer is error control. Data link layer provides the mechanism of error control in which it detects and retransmit damaged or lost frames So the fourth function of data link layer is error control. In that, data link layer provides the mechanism of error control in which it detects and retransmits damaged or lost frames. Function of data link layer is access control. In access control, when two or more devices are connected to the same communication channel, two or more devices are connected to the same communication channel, then the data link layer protocols are used to determine which device has control. Then the data link layer protocol are used to determine which device has control over the link at a given time. In access control, when two or more devices are connected to the same communication channel, then the data link layer protocols are used to determine which device has control over the link at a given time. So these are the 5 functions of the data link layer.
Please subscribe and share my channel VJ Technobuzz.